Hello all, a very good afternoon, and I am Balakumaran. Uh, Thank you very much, Shanti Simon ma'am, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. And I thank all of the volunteers who are part of this Delete event. Last but not least, all the students who are attending this event from home, a virtual event, and those who are watching this video. Uh, I thank you all, and I wish you all stay safe and be healthy and make use of the good time. Today I'm going to talk about careers of future in 15 minutes. It's really difficult, but I try my best to share some of my experience, which you could get some insight to choose your career or your future. So it's a little agenda. I will introduce myself and I discuss about what's next and higher studies in Germany. Open discussion maybe not possible, but I will share my contact details where you could contact me for any further discussions. So then I will try to assist you. I hope this is fine. It's really difficult to record my own video in a closed room. This is the first time I am doing this. I love speaking in front of people. I have done this before and I feel very also comfortable, and I am actually nervous now to speak and record this video. Sorry if you have any disturbances while hearing this video for that. Sorry for that. And it's a really difficult time during this corona pandemic lockdown that we couldn't meet everyone face to face also, but of course that's how the moment it is going on, and that's how sometimes it's really difficult and we have to accept it. So we hope everything will get over soon and the normal routine starts again. About myself, so I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering in 2008, and after 2008, also a big question for me what I will do next. So in which way I should go, because back then in my mind, my mom also says that I should not stop with a bachelor degree. I should go for a master's degree, but I couldn't immediately go for a master's degree. I got placed in Tata Consultancy Services, and I also got placed in MRF and Robert Bosch in Coimbatore through off campus. So I had three offers in my hand after my bachelor's degree. Then I have to choose one of them. I think similarly, many of you would also get placed in many companies. So it's also a tough decision for you to choose which company to start your career. So I chose Robert Bosch because I don't want to go to TCS because it's a purely software. I was a mechanical engineer, so I didn't opt for it. And MRF is in Pondicherry. I want to explore out of Pondicherry because I was born and brought up and just complete studies for 21 years in Pondicherry. I want to explore different places, and also Bosch being a German-based company, I thought it would be a good career perspective for me. So I chose Robert Bosch in Coimbatore and I started my career in 2008. And I worked there for 5 years. And out of these 5 years, 1 year in 2011 to 12, I was in Paris. So this actually gave me a confidence that I can also come out of my home country and live in Europe and pursue my master's degree here, because I also applied for a National University of Singapore and Technical University of Eindhoven in Netherlands. I got admission in 2010, but I didn't go because I was not confident enough to move out of your home country to go for abroad. So maybe not matured enough or not confident enough to handle that independently. And the 1 year which I was in Paris really gave me a lot of exposure and learnings that I could be independent, and I can come out of my home country, and I could live in anywhere, any part of the world. After seeing the students in Europe, the people in Europe, how their lifestyles and culture, this motivated me to do it. And in 2013, I came to Germany for pursuing my master's in Ingolstadt. It's the headquarters of Audi, southern part of Germany. And after my master's, I again joined Robert Bosch in Germany in 2015, and I am working till today in the same company. I am doing software development for a engine control unit for the passenger vehicles. So this is a short introduction about myself, and what's next? So this is a big question. Careers, future, both are big questions. It's a really, really difficult question. What one will do after your studies, um, everyone has to think about it. But I would give you a short hint or a short note that you should have a long-term goal. Think about, normally you all would have already prepared for your HR question. How would you see yourself in next 5 years, or what you will do in next 10 years, or after 10x 10 from today point of view, after 10 years where you would be? So such kind of questions you would have already prepared. The same question I am also going to tell you. Please think about what you will do, or what you wish to do after 10 years. It's really difficult to think at today's point of time, but then you have to split that long-term goal into short-term goals. So for example, 3 3 3 years. So 3 into 3 times is 9 years plus 1 year. So of course, so the first 3 years you have to do some trial and error. So you have to try different things, and you have to see which suits you, which is interested for you. Maybe if it is a failure, then it is fine. You can learn something from out of that failure, and then that could be a stepping stone for the next step. So you can think about that in the first 3 years to try different things, and the second 3 years, so you could start uh, building your basement strongly for the next 3 years in a specific domain. And the last 3 years you should gain experience or expertise in that particular field. So at the end of the 10th year you should be in a position to say, okay, this is my field where I have gained enough experience and expertise. Now I am the master in this domain, and I can try on my own different things in this domain, you should tell. So this is how you should plan your career or future in next 10 years. I didn't here tell what it should be, but I just told how you should do it for how you should plan it for your future and for your career. Hmm, big question. So there are different aspects after your bachelor's. First one will come into everyone's mind is job, because we have a very good placement cell in Pondicherry Engineering College. I think most of you already would have placed in some companies, and so the first thing which we have is a job in private sector and public sector. Mostly we are private sector companies come to the campus interviews, and for public sectors you would be writing a separate examinations for that. So one could go into the job field immediately after bachelor's. So those who wish to get into a corporate environment and gain experience in the industry could really choose this field to go for a job. This I would also prefer, because we didn't have enough experience till today when we compare to a graduate from Europe. If has a bachelor degree, he already had also industry experience as part of his studies. This is somehow missing in our curriculum, but I see nowadays the pre-final year and final year students also get an opportunity to do internship at some companies. That's a good sign, but not majority of them will get it. So I would say after finishing your studies, going into the job is a good step forward to see how things are working in a real life and real time environment, how things are produced, how things are manufactured, and the different sectors. And the second thing is the higher studies. So higher studies, so one could say can go into a technical field like MTech or MEng or MS, or going to the management field, doing MBA, or one can also go into interdisciplinary courses. So interdisciplinary courses, I say a mechanical engineer could do a mechanical system, similarly an electrical engineer or electronical engineer can do these mechanical systems. Such kind of interdisciplinary courses, focused on such interdisciplinary courses is useful because in today's technology is a mix of all different domains, so one cannot stick into one particular field, so one has to learn different domains. So such kind of courses could also one choose. The other kind of stuffs are entrepreneurship. So nowadays, the startup culture is gaining more attention, and several students have this wonderful opportunity to bring up their ideas, to pitch in their ideas, and to start a small firm with small investment, and then to grow out of it. And one of my junior is also an entrepreneur now. He is running his own company in Bangalore, and I this entrepreneurship culture has to come up. So students should also think about being an entrepreneur. And then politics. Politics, I didn't mean only about contesting for an election and all. I mean here the Indian administrative services like IAS, IPS, and then other UPSC examinations kind of stuff. And then also contesting for an election for a local assembly should also comes into this picture. So students should also think about in such perspective to come into these public services. And then social activities. Social activities. Many of the students could also think about being part of an NGO. Now you can see there are many platforms such as like crowdfunding platforms being developed by mostly the engineers who used for various social activities purposes. So you could also think about that, and also being part of an NGO and then providing something back to the society is also very important, because engineer do things which is for the betterment of the people. Engineer do things which makes easy the day-to-day life of the people. So engineers nature of work itself is to support the people. So the social activities could also be one of the area where one could explore. Okay, I am a little bit running because the time is very short and 15 minutes to cover. Here I will just cover shortly about higher studies opportunity in Germany. There are 16 states in Germany, and there are different educational institutions here. We have 110 universities, 231 universities of applied sciences, and 58 schools of arts and music. Maybe now this could have also been increased, and mostly all the universities are run by the government. So mostly there is no tuition fees or very minimum tuition fees in Germany. This is very big advantage when compared to other abroad countries like United States or Australia or UK. In Germany, there are no minimum tuition fees for the students. And the quality of education is also really good in Germany. And here you can see um, the difference. I mean, what I mean from universities, what is the University of Applied Sciences, and universities are mostly like theory oriented, and then mostly like research oriented. One who can pursue their masters here in universities, it's 2 years course, 4 semester course conducted in universities, and faculty or University of Applied Sciences, it's mostly 3 semester courses or 1.5 semester courses, which is basically more on application oriented. One could study and then immediately go for jobs. So, what are the possibilities that once you finish your masters in Germany, there are high chances that you get a job in Germany, because once you finish your student studies in Germany, you have the rights of 18 months student, I mean, job seeking visa after your studies, and you can stay here. If you learn a German language, you have very high chances of getting job and being here. So there are no restrictions from visa point of view. When also compared to other countries, there are strict regulations for visa. Here there are no strict regulations for visa, because once you get job, you can easily get a job visa for that. Um, how to apply? There is a small YouTube link which I have prepared, um, which you can refer. And there are some links I have shared it here, which you can go through. For the questions, comments, please contact me through WhatsApp or email. I am available always, so I could try to assist you. 15 minutes is gone. I think already 16 minutes. I am 1 minute over the time. So thank you very much for this time and watching this video. I hope you get some insight, but definitely it is not sufficient. But please contact me in personal if you need any further assistance, and I wish you all the best for your future perspectives. Thank you very much, one and all. Thank you. Bye bye.